Hello everyone, welcome to Beyond the Book English Literature. In today's video, I will be analyzing and interpreting another poem titled Birth on Earth by Professor Dr. R.N. Tiwari. This powerful poem is a thought provoking exploration of the human experience, delving into themes of life, death, identity, culture, and the complexities of societal expectations. With its unique blend of philosophical introspection and cultural commentary, Birth on Earth is a poem that challenges readers to confront the realities of life and human condition. From the moment of birth to the inevitability of death, the poem explores the complexities of human existence, shedding light on the ways in which we are shaped by our experiences, our culture, and our relationships with others. So let's jump on the stanzas of this poem. Travel meanders, take high birth, with journey of million miles. Life in death, reserved, gets birth in the world of funeral piles, where various forms a dance adopts. Through dancers, dancing arts. When I cry, the world smiles. My family jumps in mirth. Queries, questions, breed replies with sonorous songs of birth. A greeny flag for train express, mailing goods and purse. Finger pincers of veiled aunt. Whence wall war to prison sun. Pen in hand keeps time in fence. Gazing needles tick run. As jackals in the early morn. Timely piss for evening plan. Open eyes, I catch quick sight of gleam of mother's love. The origin of myself's divine. For that there is birth and love. A canal lifting yet it valves. From head to fieldwork serves. Oily lamp shows sister's dads. A second self of lamp. That's fairy flaming fire's margin. Dreams not drabbing damp, nor air that helped the fire in Lanka can beat the laughing flame. A palate sucking leech anon is viand from God bred wine. A crab like fingers breathe deep gap amid human and divine. Oh, thus a dog of washerman, unfit for home and heart. Uncle seeks the cobbler's home, rice and knife in hand. Three-souled soaks up reddish oil, with bowing heads of band. That's ritual songs forefathers rise from their eternal sleep, like the swarm of buzzing bees, with hovering gaze at hives. Woman to know my gender whisper, to mate of knotting knives, a mistress of momentary events, as Indian social norm, clapping hands my mother's breasts, with ego's lifelong lender. Fathers just with swollen arc. Thanks the male child sender of formless power in forms expressed, to be a god in man, iron weaponed room of mine, dreadly armed with thrown stick, clamps a curfew ins and outs, letting not a tongue to click, for the fear of black arrival, of husband and wife in set, as nodding soldier dressed in mud, watches rode in dew drop host, an old lady in dreams of gods, lapping furnace chicks dark coast, where Macbeth dies in the form of child, as his ladies thirst and flaws, with my birth takes history earth, Ram and Shyam in mine, goddess fathers in songs and fire, when washes made Ma's knee. But, oh, all would be in grave of dead, with waving death of mine. Bladed fingers catch and leave, and cut a cord like serpent called, half in coat, half bamboo takes, to make me new, a man of world, that half in prison and half exiled his earthly life leads, a pasted forehead, turbaned head, in dhoti and kurta, book in hand. My name recognizes in grand great God. Arms and becks adore our band. Gods and goddess of house and village reject all feast and fast. Drinking heads with thanking tongues ask of travels tens of mother, but mother in her pungent pain desires the child's next brother, where natural death is an airy dream for the life of unnatural gate. I am born with world entire, a power's expression through earth. Social custom, culture rise with the gift of precious birth that brings the death in earthly life, with all seen world in one. Birth on Earth is a profoundly philosophical and introspective poem that undertakes a multifaceted exploration of human existence, beginning with the paradoxical moment of birth itself. The poet uses a dense, often disorienting stream of consciousness and a rich tapestry of metaphor to convey the complex journey from a spiritual prenatal state to a life steeped in physical reality, social norms, and the ever present shadow of mortality. The poem is not a simple narrative but a series of meditations, critiques, and spiritual epiphanies, all woven together by the central theme of what it means to be born. The poem opens with a sense of cosmic inevitability and struggle. Travel meanders, take I birth, the speaker begins immediately establishing a tone of effort and pain. The word Travel is deliberately chosen, suggesting both the physical labor of childbirth and the order's winding path of the soul's journey. This is a journey of million miles, a concept that transcends the physical act of birth and points to a vast spiritual passage. The poem immediately introduces the central tension, that is birth, which initiates life, also introduces the world of funeral pyres and natural death. This is not a life without purpose. However, as the speaker notes that a dance is adopted, suggesting a graceful, if somber, unfolding of destiny. The poet masterfully employs juxtaposition to highlight the contradictions of human life. The joyous sound of birth, sonorous songs, is instantly undercut by the mundane and materialistic world it leads to, a grocery flag for train express, mailing goods and purse. This sudden shift from the sublime to the ordinary suggests that to be born is to be immediately immersed in a world of commerce, utility, and social systems. The individual is not just a soul, but a consumer, a part of an economic machine. This theme of social critique continues with a powerful imagery of a palate sucking leech Anan is warned from God bred wine. This particular line, suggests that the very nourishment we receive in society is a form of parasitism, a withdrawal from a more pure divine source. As the poem unfolds, it becomes a journey of self discovery and a quest for spiritual meaning amidst the chaos of the world. The speaker's birth is portrayed as a powerful historical and cultural moment. With my birth takes history earth, Ram and Shyam in me. This line is a profound statement about the individual as a microcosm of humanity. The speaker's identity is not isolated but is a vessel containing the stories and figures of both Eastern Ramansham and Western Macbeth traditions. The reference to Macbeth and a dark ghost hints at the darker aspect of human nature and ambition that the speaker is now a part of. The speaker's life is a half in prison and half exiled, a condition that speaks to a sense of being trapped by the physical world while simultaneously yearning for a lost spiritual home. A significant portion of the poem is dedicated to the critique of social and religious norms. The speaker's rejection of all fast and fast and the observation that gods and goddesses of house and village have been banned points to a profound disillusionment with traditional ritualistic religion. This is not a rejection of the divine itself, but of the way in which it is mediated by human institutions and conventions. The maiden of knotting knives as Indian social norm is a particularly potent image suggesting that societal rules, while seemingly delicate or even beautiful, can be restrictive and sharp. The poem suggests a yearning for a more direct, unmediated experience of the divine, free from the constraints of social custom. The final stanzas of the poem offers a powerful resolution to these tensions. The speaker realizes that a formless power in forms expressed to be a god in man. This is this line is a core philosophical argument of the work. The chaos, pain, and contradictions of human life are not meaningless. They are the very medium through which the divine finds expression. The journey from a formless state to a physical body with all its limitations and imperfections is the essential process for the manifestation of God in man. The iron weaponed room of mind represents the physical and mental self, a place that is both a fortress of individual identity and a vessel for this ultimate purpose. The poem concludes with a sense of transcendence, suggesting that the dreadly armed with thorn stick is a human individual empowered by this newfound understanding. Birth on earth thus concludes not with a simple answer, but with a complex and empowering vision that the human experience in all its pain and glory is the ultimate stage for the divine to unfold. So, this was the full interpretation and analysis of this poem. What do you think about this poem? Let me know in the comments. And for the next one, we will meet soon. Thank you.